Well, I'll tell you what, I can only imagine how that felt from the Aquinas Colts to the Red V of the Dragons, St George Illawarra. Kyle Flanagan, welcome to the Run Home with Joel and Fletch.
Hey, boys, how's it going?
Mate,
Going
you
good.
must be so happy. And I can't imagine to score a try which pretty much sealed the game. You're scoring it for yourself, which is the own redemption story there, but for your dad as well, Kyle. And I know you don't want to be tied with your dad with every conversation relating to rugby league, but it was so special for you and the family, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure, mate. I think, obviously when we probably have our next family dinner or something like that, we probably look back and realise how much of a special moment that is. And on the football side of things, to get off to a good start and the Dragons to win away, which they haven't done for a couple of years.
Now, Kyle, we saw the excuse me, I'm just coughing there. We saw that you blokes look really fit. Now, you've been to a few clubs. You've been around a while now. The off-season, is there something that your dad brought out, some old school sort of stuff, sandhills or anything, or there was something? Because all you blokes look fitter than last year.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that, Fletch. No secret drills or nothing like that. I think this is probably the boys, wanting to really dive into every rep and all the fitness drills and probably what they're doing away from training as well. And I feel like everyone's bought in so far. And we saw a good result on the weekend.
Tell you what, Brian, he was super confident, the coach, in a cryptic way, I suppose, because Kyle's dad was saying, we're in far better shape than when I took over the Sharks. We're in far better shape than when I took over the Sharks. And people sort of go, okay, we'll see about that. But, mate, he was absolutely right. And just back to that comment about being in shape, Brian Moses Suli, holy dooly, hasn't he sort of gone up a peg, Kyle?
For sure, mate. I think, when he first rocked up, he was probably, had a bit of work to do. But as I said before, he really, bought into, what the coach wanted. And I've versed Moses Suli in the opposition, and he's been a handful, mate, and it's been really good to play with him so far.
So I know your dad came out before the season. He said, look, Benny Hunt had too much on his plate, i.e. he was organising and running. Now, I know you've got the 6 on your back, but it looked to me, especially on the weekend, that you were the general. You're doing a lot of talking. You were playing first receiver. Is that a role that you're comfortable with, or was it something that your dad said, all right, Kyle, this is what I need from you this year?
Yeah, it's probably a conversation we had. Obviously, when I first signed at the club, it was probably more in a utility role. But as things evolve, that's one of my strengths is to, obviously to direct the team around and use my voice. So I guess it probably reminds me of the sort of role I was playing back at the Roosters a couple of years ago when Luke Kew obviously was the main sort of playmaker, and I was sort of complimenting him and helping him get around the footy field. So it's been really refreshing, and I love working with Benny Hunt. He's obviously outstanding player.
We were talking to Matty Johns yesterday, and we were reminiscing about how halfbacks, especially young kids coming into the game, sometimes they can get a little bit bullied by the forwards. I mean, out in the field, saying, right, it's my ball. Have you found that in your career that, like, especially when you're coming through as a kid, the forwards would sort of get in the way and move you out? Is that something that you've experienced?
Well, Paul Gallen's name probably springs to mind straight away. when I made my debut, he was obviously there, and I remember a couple of years there, Paul Gallen was taking 3 hit-ups a set, just get his meters up.
But it's hard, isn't it? Because the coach always comes to you and say, mate, you're the halfback, you tell the forwards to get out of the way, but it doesn't always work like that out on the field.
Well, yeah, I think obviously these days sometimes you've got to tell the wingers to get out of the way because they're taking half the carriage as well. So, find your voice is obviously pretty important.
Okay, so this week, it's a big assignment. You take on the Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins are sort of sporting off a loss. And you can fall into a trap sometimes of being up and about. Yeah, we got the big win, and it's a lot of pressure that comes off the shoulders when you get the big win. How armed are you for this Dolphins team this week?
I think when we landed in the airport back from the Gold Coast into Sydney, I think the old man was pretty quick to shut things down and, not to get ahead of ourselves. And, we're ready for a bounce back from the Dolphins. I think we can expect that. And it's their home game, so we're going up there again to Queensland. And, they've got classy players in their team, and we'll be ready for a tough game.
Now, Kyle, making your debut, you're very, very nervous. Now, I've spoken to you, Nathan Hindmarch and I spoke to you down there in Wollongong. If you get nervous making your debut, what was more nerve-wracking? Asking for your blessings to marry Katie or making your debut?
Geez, you got me there. I'm going to say my NRI debut, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, okay, what about actually just before you, I'd imagine, because I know you got engaged in Hawaii, did you get down on one knee? Was it that sort of traditional sort of gear you brought around, or were you just kicking back, having a margarita?
There definitely was a couple of margaritas. I did get down on the one knee, touch the sand for a couple of seconds. So, yeah, I guess, mate, did it the right way.
Yeah, good boy. And the ring. I've asked you this too. They say it's 3 months of your wage. Now, did you abide by that rule?
Well, depends what it sort of. Maybe the previous contract might have been a little bit different, so I'm going to say for the Dragons contract.
Hey, Kyle, tell us about. It's no sort of secret in the fact that you went through a tough time, not so much personally, but people had so much to say, so much to throw your way. How do you handle that as a young bloke?
Yeah, I guess probably the 3-4 years ago, I probably didn't handle it the best. To be honest, I think it probably all the emotions probably took hold of me at some stages, but I just probably I always go back to I'm so passionate about playing rugby league, and all I want to do is win, and back myself to come through all challenges that come my way, and like to think that that's not too far away.
What about the you've played with some very, very good players. Where does this, as far as upside's concerned, Tyrell Sloan, where does he stand in all of this?
Yeah, he's definitely up there, mate. Yeah, obviously played with some good players, but yeah, I think his potential is going to go through the roof, and he's got the full support of the playing group, and yeah, we can't wait to see what he can do this year.
Kyle, I want to ask you this, and I've always wondered. So when you're sitting with your dad and you're just at a pub, do you not talk footy? Like, is it hard not to talk footy?
He always likes to talk about it.
Yeah.
I suppose I do too as well, though. I don't know, mate. We love the races, so we always chuck them on.
It's something to bond over, yeah.
A bit of a punt, so that's always good.
Does he ever yell at you? Like, does he ever say to you, righto, like you go to training, he says, righto, next Wednesday, I know we've got a team training. I'm going to give it to you in front of the team. Just cop it. Is there any premeditated blow-ups?
Oh, there hasn't been any premeditated. I think during the preseason, I actually stuffed up the 1.2. I actually ran the wrong sort of, 20, 40, 60 metres back, and I ran the 1.2 short. And yeah, he ripped me one that day in front of the crew. That was my first. Yeah, that was a good one.
You obviously seen him through the Sharks, and as a young one going through there, Kyle, has he changed much as a coach since coming back?
It's probably a tough question. I probably haven't, obviously worked with him the last, 4 or 5 years. So, I guess you could probably say he's probably, a little bit less angry. But
he's mellowed.
We haven't had a loss yet, have we?
No, that's right. Now, Kyle, we've been asking. Now, we've been doing this radio program for about 3 or nearly 4 years now, 3 and a bit, and we've asked your generation of players to guess this movie. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of audio. I'm shocked and flabbergasted. I reckon we're 1 out of 30.
Yeah, maybe more.
Maybe what?
Maybe 1 out of 35.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to play a little bit of audio. I need you to put because I've backed you in here. I reckon
he's a cultured boy, mate.
Yeah, I reckon you're going to get this. Play it, Touris.
Hello.
Hi. Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
You are looking very beautiful.
Thank you. What is that? On your ear.
Here.
No, your left ear. Is that a hair gel?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I can use
No,
some.
you don't have to.
All right. Now, do you know that movie, Kyle?
I have no idea, and to be honest, I phoned a friend. I put it on loudspeaker to see if my missus can help me out, and she's got no idea either.
Okay. Have you heard of an actress called Cameron Diaz?
Yes.
Have you heard of an actress called Ben Stiller?
Yes.
Actor, sorry, not an actress, an actor. Well, they've been in a movie together. And
something about who?
Yeah, something about a former St. George Illawarra Dragon coach.
Yes. Yes. That's true.
Meet the something.
No, everyone says Meet the Fockers.
Oh, no.
No, it's something about Mary. Have you ever heard of that movie?
No,
Wow.
boys, you need some help here.
What about Katie? Has Katie heard of it?
Yeah, she's shaking her head. She's got nothing.
Far out.
Mate, watch it tonight. It's one of the great movies.
Could you please watch it tonight? Put your Fortnite down. Stop playing Fortnite. And I want you to get around something about Mary. And it's very, very good. What year was it made, Tourist? 2000? Kyle, you would have been born, I'm going to say you were born 97?
Oh, he'd be about 99. Oh, 98.
98.
Oh, you're born 98?
Yes, mate. Yep.
Well, that was
Yeah.
that was released the year you were born.
Yep, go and watch it. It's a cracker movie. Kyle, just before we go, mate, who's somebody who, you didn't know before going to the club and you go, gee, this guy's impressive?
You got the hiccups bad today.
I know.
It's heavy. You got to drink glass out. You got to drink over on the side of the glass. Sorry, Kyle. Sorry.
Most impressive, that is that what you said?
Yes.
I was going to say Zach Lomax, but his name's been said a bit this week. So I'm going to go Jaden Sewer. He's, real powerful and a legend of a bloke off the field.
Please tell me his nickname's Blocked.
His nickname's the Bear.
The
He's got
Bear.
real small hands.
He's got a bit of Ben Teo about him, I reckon, that command about him, Brian.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
Is he like is he the alpha male of the team?
I reckon he thinks he is, possibly.
Oh well, then he's not then because you don't have to say it.
No,
What
there's
about
a good
Blake
chance he's
Lawrie?
definitely up there.
What's my man Blakey Lawrie doing? Is he okay? Is he all
Yeah,
right?
he's back. He's back playing footy this week, mate. So he's his normal self, chirping away.
Give him my regards. I do like the big man. He's a terrific young man.
Yeah. Okay, it is the Dolphins. You've got to wait till Sunday for that one. It's the last game of the round. Kyle, all the best, mate. What a magnificent start you've had, and may all the joy continue there at the Dragons.
Cheers, boys. Thanks for having me on.